So we're working on the International cabover again. We're going to really get into the electrical system on here today. We got a whole bunch of electrical things that aren't working on it. We're going to do a few other maintenance issues too. Battery switch back off, or did you? We're going to see about replacing the alternator. It's not working. I just confirmed it is getting power, so it looks pretty darn old. Got my old Monroe catalog that Dan Flex Appeal had given me because it's got tons of trucks and stuff here, and it's got our International truck in here, the 4070A. But it doesn't list the front shock number. What's up with that? There we go. 4070A is also here. See, that's it right there. So the front shock would be this 65103. Is that the same size on the bracket up there, or is that a different size?
I think it's normally. I have here.
I like those long ratcheting wrenches like that. That's a Tecton one too, right?
Mm-hmm. Ancient technology.
That is pretty ancient looking, ain't it? Kind of a tag or badge on it.
That's all you get.
Ground. It's a GRD brand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my guess would be that
So it could even be just that.
one of these things, or I don't know if this is the voltage regulator, or how, I don't know how this works. I thought it would have been like a...
Replace this with a AA battery, you good to go.
Yeah, there's no play, and spin it. So I'm going to take this to the rebuilders. We have a really good alternator, old school alternator rebuild shop over in Dixon, Tennessee. That's about 20 miles away, Dixon Rebuilders. They do a great job. And I feel a lot more comfortable with them actually trying to rebuild this one versus buying a new one. That's kind of like a gamble if it's going to be any good or not. And I trust this old stuff a lot better than I do the new stuff. So if he can repair that, which he probably can, the bearings feel pretty good in it. So it's probably just something bad contacts, or like I said, one of these things have gone, or like I said, I don't know if these are the voltage regulator on here or what. I don't know how this works, or if there's an external voltage regulator somewhere on the truck here that I just haven't seen. But instead of just throwing it out and just trying to get a new one, plus there's no tag on it, no identifying numbers that I can see on it. So I don't really know what model number it is or anything like that. But we'll send it over there. They'll know what it is. They should be able to rebuild it. If not, then we'll try and replace it. But let's go with the rebuild route first. All right, so we're starting to work on the turn signal issue now. The turn signals don't work. So we're gonna take everything apart here and see if we can figure out what needs to be fixed. And then turn the turn signal to one way or the other. Any of the three have power?
This is supposed to light up and show a number already, right?
Yeah, if you touch it to something that has voltage, it'll show up,
Okay.
and turn red and show you a number. If
I
it's
thought
ground,
it
it'll,
already showed the number.
No.
Start.
no.
No.
None of them have power?
No.
And you have the key to on?
Yeah. Have the lights on?
Yeah, try that. Oh, I forgot that was so far away. Okay, we're not getting any power to the turn signals at all, but we turned the headlights on because we noticed when we had the headlights on, if we use the turn signal would glow very, very dimly. So that's why you had to turn the headlights on. We're still checking, but there's no power. None of the three have power?
No.
We do have pretty good access here to the distribution block here, and the main lug has power, and got to kind of figure out what everything is here. It's not really identified very well, but we'll get into it. Just get into the general maintenance. We're going to make sure, A, that there's air filter in here and see what kind of condition it's in.
There it is. It's stuck up there.
Got a wing nut?
Yeah.
So you're getting ready to add power to one of those?
Yeah, but it says it's a ground. So the one that should be, according to that, the right one.
So try one of the other ones. No. That's disconnected, right?
No, it's got the pin up in it.
Oh, nothing. The power probe was telling you it was a ground?
Yeah.
That's okay. You can add power to that. It might just be a floating ground. Yep. The right one is working.
The indicator's on in here.
Yeah, that's working good.
Which one is that?
The right.
That's the right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that, because I didn't switch this to this see the left one.
Yep. Bright as day.
The indicator's also working. So this is shit.
Yeah.
Because it's not actually selecting. Right?
Okay, so we've narrowed it down. There is no power at this switch, but when we add power at the switch, none of the lights still work either. But we can add power to the individual wires coming out of that switch, and then the lights will light up. So there's two problems. I can buy this whole new assembly for like $12 on Amazon. So I'm gonna do that first of all, and just eliminate the switch being bad. I don't have to take anything apart, check it, it's old. Exact same thing. So we at least narrowed it down to that. Looking for all the fuses and stuff, so let's see. Swing it up. Is that loose enough to swing it up out of the way?
I had to loosen it a little.
Oh.
Take it all the way off, get out of the way.
Definitely been some ice in there. I need to get the shot back. Any fuses or anything?
Stuff.
Can't tell?
Still quiet. The wall shot bag is so quiet.
The air coming out of the end is noisier than the shot back. Looks a lot better now we got all that crap that the mice left in there out of there, all the mouse turds and the chewed up insulation and everything. Okay, so now that we got all the mouse crap and everything out of here, there's a couple of, these are breakers, self-resetting breakers. There's no fuses in here at all. I mean, nothing looks all that good, that's for sure. I don't know, if that stuff's grounds or what. I need to probably look at it, but that looks terrible. It's had rodents shitting and pissing on it. That's not a good sign. There is an amazing wiring diagram just hooked right to the door. It's the passenger side door. Just a giant diagram of all the wiring. Like, this is utility right here. I mean, what vehicle have you ever owned that there'd be such a thing? Let's just print it on, it's metal. Yeah, it's been there since day one. Like, why would they do that? That's awesome that they did that. You're not gonna find that in today's, you're not gonna go out and buy a new Chevy truck and it's not gonna have a wiring diagram plate on the door. This is true utility back in the 70s. That's awesome. We're replacing the low air buzzer on here. So the alarm lets you know when it's low on air pressure. The previous owner, it was leaking air real bad, so he took it out and he put a pipe plug in it. So we took the plug out. We got a new one to put in there. This one's a little bigger probably than what fit in there, so we got to get a 90-degree adapter to make it fit. And then we identified the wires that go to it. So we'll get it all hooked up, and we did verify that it does work. With the wires and the buzzer over there. The buzzer's in that box where all the mouse turds are at.
Starter's the right size. Needs an adapter.
Shit. I noticed that little ring is missing. The little decorative ring around there. I'm gonna have to go back and look at my original pictures. I feel like that wasn't missing, so maybe that's fallen off at some point when I was driving it around. I do absolutely love this truck, and it has been my daily driver lately, which is insane. It's fun to drive. It's not super fun to get in and out of. That's not the fun part. But yeah, once I get the turn signals working, then I'm definitely making it my daily driver for a while.
See that white smoke rising up the holler through the trees, and from a mile away you can hear them play as they climb that hill with ease. But at the top of that mountain there's a new life waiting for those who can make the run. If they can make it to the top, Scott will put them in the shop till their new life has begun. Mountain, where the buses come to run. Bus Grease Mountain, we're gonna get that big job done.